what's up, y'all? It's your girl Shanna back with another episode to Come Up with Shanna. I am so happy to be back on air once again. You know I come back with my segment every first Friday, so I'm here. Once again, guys, thank you for allowing me to come back. Big shout out to Jeff Hodges with It's Bigger Than Hip Hop Radio for giving me the opportunity to come back on radio and do exactly what I love to do. So, you know, to Come Up with Shanna is dedicated to the young and talented on the rise. And this episode is no different. We are in Atlanta, so you know I chop it up with the hottest young artists on the rise in Atlanta. And I have a special guest in the building. Go ahead and tell them who you are.
Hey, I'm 1MoMoneyVod. 1MoMoneyVod on Instagram, if y'all want to follow me.
Now, what part of Atlanta do you represent?
I'm from the South Side.
So what's considered the South Side? Because a lot of rappers always say they're from the South Side or whatever, and then it's totally different areas.
You could say like Cleveland Ave, all the way like back to, I say Mount Zion the farthest. That's
Mount Zion, all the way out there?
That's South. I mean, that's deep South, but I say that's the farthest you could claim the South Side. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Mount Zion.
Okay, so let's talk about this name. Where did you get the name 1MoMoneyVod from?
It was like long time ago when I was younger. It was like J Trill.
J
like,
Trill.
yeah. When I got older, I was like, I want to take the Trill out, and I was just gonna be J.
Mm-hmm.
Then, you know, my real name is Javad. You feel me? So a lot of folks was calling me Vod already in the street. So I was like, shit. I was like, you heard me? Like, I'm Vod. You can call me Vod. Then, since it's a stage name, I put more money because ain't no such thing as enough. So you feel me?
That happens a lot in the industry. Like, people start off as one name and then they transition. Does that just come with maturity and over time just want to be known as something else?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So let's get into the music a little bit. What inspired you to even start rapping?
I really just been around music a lot, like my whole life basically, and like coming up as a late teenager, I was around a lot of like music industry type stuff, so I just started making music myself. I was around it so much, so
yeah, that seems to be the story a lot too. Like in Atlanta, it seems like you guys actually have it easy to like be put on. Do you think so?
Because
it's always around in Atlanta.
It's like bittersweet just because so many people trying to do it. So a lot of folks don't want to help the next artist. If you feel like he on the way up, he ain't trying to help the next artist. So sometimes it's hard, but at the same time, it is about who you know and what you know. So I mean, it could be a blessing and a curse sometimes.
Do you think that here in Atlanta you have a better chance of being put on if you have like street cred?
I could say like yeah and no, because it's a lot of artists with talent that's from Atlanta that ain't got no street cred, and then there's some that got street cred and they blow up just because they was known in the street before, so they was already like a hood star. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, that's like a gift and a curse too. It's saying like, cause if you like a hood star and then you become a rapper, sometimes that could still like bite you in the butt later on because people
can't differentiate the difference between streets and then once they make it in the industry becoming a brand. Like,
right.
What do you think about that? Do you think you're capable of differentiating like the streets and then being on a brand, being in the industry, kind of like letting the streets go?
Yeah, definitely, because the industry, you're going to make way more money. You ain't got to worry about watching your back. You ain't got to worry about getting locked up. You ain't got to worry about getting killed. I mean, even though
really, because it seems like nowadays when you have that big platform, you're more liable to be. That's what I was
just about to say, but I mean, because life's so crazy nowadays, a lot of rappers getting took out.
Right.
And a lot of them getting locked up.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Do you think young artists have a target on their back right now?
It depends on what young artists. Like, because it's
really,
a lot of
young artists on the rise, really.
I mean, but it's a lot of them that don't even do like trap music. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's some that more like the melodic type that they don't even do no crazy stuff. Like, they just on the we gonna make music. Probably do a lot of drugs though. You feel me? So
I think it's the lifestyle. You know, at the end of the day, when you carry yourself in a certain manner, you kind of put yourself out there to kind of be targeted by the police, and then especially in songs, like people incriminate themselves in songs all the time. Right. Social media, all the time, people incriminate themselves, right. And then they look crazy when police are on their back and they are being targeted at their shows and everything within that nature.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about some social media since we are living in a generation where social media is such a big thing.
Right.
Now, recently, Future has gotten on social media and went viral. Actually, just basically talking about you identified the women he deal with by the watch on her arm.
Yeah, right.
So, what's the most expensive gift that you'll buy a girl?
I ain't bought it yet.
Well, what would you buy? Would you like ball out on a girl?
It depending on who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, like yeah, it depends on who it is. Cause I really would go crazy for like, like if she was that one, I'd probably go crazy. Like, but at the same time, these folks, man, these girls crazy, man.
Why do you think girls right now are like really targeting, honestly, young hot rappers? Like every girl want to date the bad rapper, the bad guy in the industry, the hot rapper. What is up with that right now? Or the scammer, exactly.
I don't know, man. They crazy. Like I don't know. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this. All this city girl, all this hot girl summer junk, they're really messing up their head.
I agree with you.
That's how I feel like it's messing up their head because now they feel like money is the most important thing. Like a lot of them come off like that. Like if it ain't no money, if it ain't about no money, all that. So sometimes that really like that's a bad look if you feel like money will make you do whatever. You feel me? So I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you think about it, like rappers, you guys listen to whatever your favorite rappers say too.
Yeah, we do, but at the same time, we don't come off on the next person. Like, you feel me? Like, because a lot of people, they start living their lifestyle. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
I totally disagree.
With the females, think about all that period junk, all that hot girl summer junk, and they try to move like that, like they female rappers for real. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna F you till you ain't one. That's what they trying to do for real.
But you guys are inspired by your favorite rappers too. Think the way you guys, even your whole swag, like sometimes are just based on what you seen your favorite rapper have on today.
I ain't seen my favorite. I ain't got no. When I looked in the mirror, I just had on some regular junk. You feel me? Because I'm gonna be my favorite rapper if anything. I don't have a favorite rapper, but at the same time, coming up, I'm inspired by Future. I'm gonna say that.
That's who you would like to collaborate with?
Period. Nah, it ain't even gotta be that. It's just, I feel like he a real inspiration just because it's deeper than rap. Like a lot of folks don't know that it's really deeper than rap just because he came up around the same people that I'm coming up around now. You feel me? And this is family. Like I'm talking about blood. Okay. These my family. So his whole journey, you feel me? My family was around him. So now it's like, now it's my turn. Like I sat in these same passenger seats as Future before, slept on the same couch. Oh, wow. You get what I'm saying? Like moving around with the same people. So I just feel like that inspired me because I'm like, I see that he could do it. He did it. He gone.
Right.
So I know for a fact I could do it.
I know that's right. So also talking about music, what is your biggest motivation to like going hard in the game?
What's the biggest motivation?
Yeah.
My child, my daughter, like when she hear my music, it make me want to make more.
Yeah. Does she turn up to your music?
Of course. But I'm just now starting to like drop on like platforms and stuff like that. It's so crazy because I've been doing music probably like 2 or 3 years now, like seriously. But I'm just now starting to drop. So when I dropped the song like a month ago, she look at the views. She like, Daddy, you only got 26 views. You know? So I'm like, oh man, I gotta go harder. You know? Even though the song hard, a lot of people like it. She just looking at the views like, Daddy, you only got 26 views. So I'm like,
you know she's watching.
Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta go harder. Because when she see them views, I need her to be like, dang, Daddy, how you got all them views? You feel what I'm saying? So
talk about your music. Like, what exactly does your music represent? And how does it differentiate from other music that's out now?
I ain't gonna say that it sound like this music right here because I feel like a lot of my music is way better than the music that's out right now. But I don't know. A lot of my music be pain. A lot of it be on just some like chill jump. Really, I ain't on that shoot 'em up, bang bang type stuff. I'm happy
to hear that because we really need different. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the music nowadays is so influential to, especially our generation. I feel like if you guys were to create music that inspired different things, the crime rate would go down. You know what I'm saying? Guys will be motivated to do different things. That's why I really appreciate what Lil Baby is doing for the game. Like, you know, he bought the Western Mall and everything. And I feel like it just inspired guys to get in the game, go hard, and then give back to their community in such a positive way.
Got to. You got to. You have to, because they're the one really feeding you at the end of the day.
Right, exactly.
That's who feeding you. The streets is who feeding you. Not even just the streets, but the community.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's who feeding you. So if you're not giving it back, like, that's real selfish of you.
Right.
Like, you expect them to give in to whatever you got going on, but you ain't gonna feed back. So
I want to get into some social things that's going on. I recently also just watched the interview with Lil Baby, and he basically was just talking about his come up, right? And on this show, that's what we talk about, the come up. And he was just speaking about how he dropped mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. Do you think that that's beneficial to a young artist's career, to constantly put out product?
I feel like consistency is like key. So you really do, because after a while, like me, if I'm listening to a mixtape, I'm probably gonna listen to it for a week straight, and then I want to hear some more. Like, I want to hear something now. Right. I want to hear something like new.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's gonna keep you relevant, but at the same time, you got to be dropping hard stuff. Right. When you dropping it, you can't just be dropping it just because you who you are. Now you got to keep dropping it. And it got to be hard every time when you dropping it.
Another big thing that was talked about is like when guys get into the industry and they get a large amount of money and then they blow it, they run through it really fast. Do you think that young guys get too much money too fast?
Yeah, I really do. I really do. Because a lot of these folks don't be mature enough to handle all that money. You get what I'm saying? Right. So they just, and then a lot of them, they ain't never had nothing, so they feel like, I ain't never had nothing, so I'm about to just run through it. I'm about to live my best life, so.
What do you think that can be taught to young guys getting all of this money? Do you think they need financial advisors?
Of course. I feel like that need to be in school.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because y'all want to teach her everything but how to keep some money. You get what I'm saying?
Do you think they don't expect you to get the amount of money that you guys are possibly getting?
That kind of messed up if they thinking like that. You get what I'm saying? That kind of messed up, but I don't know, especially with you being a teacher, you're supposed to expect all your students to be millionaires, doctors, lawyers, whatever, because really it's reflecting off of you. What you taught me if I ain't, you feel me? What did you teach me if I ain't prosper once I got older? You really ain't do your job.
What would you do if QC came to you right now and they say they'll give you $1 million to sign with them?
I'll say $1 million.
That ain't enough?
Nah.
What you signing for?
I got to at least get 2.
2 million?
Yeah, I got to at least get 2.
What is the average that someone signs for?
I got to get my mama $1 million. I got to get my mama $1 million off the rip. Period. Like, I got to get my mama $1 million, so I got to have 2.
What's the average number that artists are offered when getting first signed? Because I don't know.
Man, some of these folks take 20,000.
Really? You wouldn't take 20,000?
No, for what? I got 20,000 at the house.
If QC come to you and offer you, what would you sign with? What's the least that you're signing with?
The least I'm signing with?
Yeah.
If I was an artist, man, the least I would do half.
Really?
A quarter, a half, a 5?
Yeah, 5.
I mean, but that's, I don't know. I need that too, because I got to get my mama one. So PJ got to respect that. Like, man, come on now. You know I got to get Mom Dukes one. I got to.
Right.
Yeah, she got to. I got to get her one first.
I want to go back to the conversation when we were speaking about you kind of like growing up with Future and being around that whole campaign and kind of just watching him take off like he did.
I really ain't. Nah, I ain't grow up with him.
Just kind of being around the same situation, right?
Yeah.
How do you stop yourself from feeling like a sense of jealousy, not even just jealousy, but just like, dang, I want this to happen for me. Why is it not happening for me? But then also still being happy for your partner.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I was around, like, okay, like, what it is, like the Summer 16 tour and like before that, I was around them a lot. Like, his brother Casino really was the one who brought me around. Okay. Like, so when I was around it, I wasn't doing no music, so I ain't feel no type of way. I just was enjoying life, like, shit, I'm around Future, you feel me? Like, everything we doing is upper echelon. Like, Everything we doing is up to par. So
Right.
I'm just enjoying life, really. I wasn't looking at it no type of way. I wasn't never like, I never ever felt that type of way about nobody. Anytime I done seen somebody like come up on some big money, I'm like, but that was up.
Right.
Now how I'm about to do that, you feel me? But I ain't
So it
never,
kind of like motivate you.
yeah, I ain't never had no shade when it comes to somebody getting some money or they doing something good. It just make me want to be like, all right, now my turn.
That's very mature of you, because that's actually, as human nature, when we're surrounded by people who are elevating and being successful and we want that same success,
Right.
it's only human nature for us to be like, dang, when is this going to happen for me? Like, I'm very happy for my friend, but I want it to happen for me too.
Yeah, but like I said, when I was around it, it was in my head. That's what's so crazy. Like, I was planning all this in my head. Like, okay, one time I seen him in the studio and I'm just really just watching how he worked. You feel me? So I'm really eating up the game. I'm really just eating up the game. And the more I start being around like radio, like not radio, but studios, the more I was around studios, I just was like picking up bits and pieces. Like I was around a few artists in Atlanta. Like I done been around and watched just how they work. So I really was just picking up the game. But I forgot what the question was.
Long story short, just not being jealous of someone else's success.
No. I'd never be jealous of nobody's success. Just bring me to the top with you. If we were doing the same thing and you know that I wanted this as bad as you did, you feel me? Like, just help me get to where I need to get to.
But that's another thing. Like, a lot of guys, when someone else come up around them, they expect for that person to bring them to the top with them. Is that them not supporting you if they can't bring you with them?
Oh, no.
Because that's a big thing.
Because how it sound, it did sound like that. But now, like I said, okay, now, say if we together, like, also, that's my little brother. So get what? We working on a project right now, and I feel like, okay, if I was to take off, get what? He coming right with me, and I feel like it's gonna be vice versa. I don't have to be in the light right now. Just let me be right there with you. You feel me? So my face can be seen when it's my turn. You feel me? Like y'all already know who I am because I'm always with also the superstar.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I go my own lane, y'all already know who I am. I ain't asking you to give me no money. Don't tell nobody. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just let me be around so folks can know who I am too. So when I start going my own way, I'm already known.
I got you. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. It's to Come Up with Shanna.